What up? What up? What up? It's time to play the game. Your favorite webinar every Monday, 8 p.m. You know how it is. You either play the game or get played by the game. Just gonna let everybody in. What up? What up? What up? Let me let people in. How you doing, my guy? Long time?
Yeah, how you doing?
I'm all good. I haven't seen you in a while.
I sent your voice note earlier. Actually, I've got a good event for you to come to. Like a community that's just started up in Web3. Yeah, I've just been so busy. But yeah, I saw you in Parliament as well. How's it going?
Yeah, well, we're about. We're here. Hi there, Tom.
Hello, mate.
Good to see you. Good to see you. Yeah, we're about. We're getting some invites here and there. So
Okay.
Yeah. We're trying to get people to listen, but we honestly feel like sometimes you speak and it's like you're talking to not a wall, but yeah.
In one ear at the other, right?
Yeah, like there's some clear pressing issues that the government might want to address when it comes to Web3, metaverses, decentralization. Just a few issues.
Yeah.
Yeah. And like I said in that talk, one of the pressing issues is upskilling. Like if people are just not upskilled, I just find it crazy to think that the job centers aren't training people on coding. Like you're like,
It's like priority one. It should be anyway.
that's that should be the first thing that they're doing is going, oh, you're looking for a job. Okay, what we'll do then is we'll teach you how to code on a 6-week course. And then literally the internet is your oyster and you can get jobs for days. But it's just not it's not even considered. It's like, yeah, we're going to train you up on how to stack shelves more efficiently. And it's like, mate, that job's not going to be there.
Nope, not in a few years. Not in a few years.
Why are we training people up on things that won't really be there? But yeah, what we'll do is we'll jump in. Thank you for everyone for joining. Thank you for everyone that's on the YouTube. Ninja, am I doing the Instagram live or are you doing the Instagram live?
I can do the Instagram live. Let me just log in on my computer.
Is everybody okay with me quickly grabbing a glass of water? Because
I
drank any water all day. I'm gonna dehydrate. So I'll be right back.
It's your human right, bro.
Yeah, don't fate on the game. That will be so good.
Don't faint on the game. At least get some water in.
1 second, boys. Coming on my laptop.
No worries, bro. Cool. We're not online yet. We're not live yet, are we? Otherwise, I would say this is the perfect time for this. Bro.
We are live.
Are we live?
Yeah, says live in the corner on here.
Oh, perfect. Then we should run through the disclaimer real quick.
Yeah, let's get that done.
Let me just leave here first, and then I'm gonna come in on
the boring stuff done, man.
Don't forget to mix with whiskey, water and whiskey. First. How do you like your drinks? 8 parts whiskey, 1 part water. Oh boy. Now Keish knows I know my whiskey. I like my whiskey. If anyone wants to get me a whiskey, I don't mind a Lefroy, and I don't mind, if you're a real baller, a bit of a Van Winkle, if you know about that.
Yeah, but you know, Mike, he doesn't put water in his whiskey.
I don't put water in my whiskey.
Of course not.
I've been trying a few Japanese whiskies recently.
Oh, yeah. That Nika 8 grain one. The Nika 8 grain.
Nika 8 grain. Not tried that one. That sounds nice.
Okay, right. Tom, we're gonna have to go whiskey drinking.
Yeah, exactly.
Now that I know, Tom,
I love my whiskies.
You've opened up a door there. Right, let's get this disclaimer done. So all our content is for, can you see my screen? Yeah, we can. All content is for education, information, and entertainment purposes only and should not be considered as investment advice or recommendation to buy, sell, hold any assets or place any trades. Please do your own what?
Research.
Yep. Our content is intended and should only be used for informational use. It is very important to do your own analysis before making any investment, which should be based on your own individual circumstances. You should always take independent professional advice from a professional advisor, because we are not professional advisors. Is anybody on this call a professional financial advisor? Speak now.
No, amigo.
Forever hold your peace. So please independently research and verify all information you find on a show that you wish to rely upon, whether you wish to make an investment decision or otherwise. All investments come with risk. So please do your own research. We are not financial advisors and do not intend to be perceived or received as financial advisors. However, we are working in collaboration with several accredited advisors. So if you're unable to mitigate your risk, then please contact us immediately so we can refer you to an accredited financial advisor. Boom. So normally we would go into the news straight from here, but being as we've got a special guest who agreed to be with us quite last minute, I literally threw him in here. Like,
thank you very much.
I'm not going to take up all of his time and make him sit through the news. Let's get into it with none other than Mr. Thomas Windsor, the CEO and founder of The Round. Co-founder.
There you go. Yeah.
And Pip. We forgot that. So sorry, Pip. Pip, don't shoot me. I'm sorry. I'm so used to doing these intros. I apologize. So yeah, let's get into The Round. And what? Let's just explain what it is. What is The Round?
Well, The Round is depends who I'm speaking to, but The Round is a pipeline for broadcasting live performances in augmented reality, specifically mobile augmented reality. That's where we've been putting a load of work into, to be able to distribute live content globally, 60 frames per second, perfect AV sync to mobile phones. Pretty much any AR ready device from 2019 onwards can take a live stream that we can put out there. And at its core, we've developed a kind of a broadcast protocol. That's our core piece of tech that allows us to do this. Completely avatar agnostic, so can use Ready Player Me avatars, metahumans, bespoke avatars created using anything you want, or off-the-shelf avatars. Even looking to get some kind of anime avatars in there going forward with some people we're speaking to at the moment, which is quite fun. We can stream that live to a global audience via our mobile app, and then in time, via white label solutions, getting web AR running at the moment, those kind of things as well. So yeah, that's The Round.
Oh, nice. So what made you get, whilst I just scroll through your website and show everybody, what made you even get into AR? What's like your background? Why AR?
Yeah, so both Pip and I were working in the entertainment industry for about 10 years, live entertainment. The website, I'm actually today been working on a few changes to the website. Just want to say. But so we were working in the live entertainment industry, kind of immersive, site-specific and interactive theatre largely. And then in 2016, I got really into virtual reality and started kind of going down that rabbit hole, set up a consultancy with Pip in about 2017. And then we started delivering immersive tech projects, predominantly virtual reality. With the cultural sector, we worked with some really great people, like some Matthew Bourne's New Adventures, University of California, Epic Games, Ucheng Tech. It went well. It was going really well. And a lot of our clients and the people we were working with were really excited about immersive tech, really excited about using that technology as a new way to deliver their existing IP to their audiences all over the world in a format that felt more honest than 2D video. You know, you can do NT live, like live streaming a show, but when it's on a 2D video, it doesn't have that sense of presence, that sense of reactionary kind of participatory engagement that people have in the live theatre and live concerts and in whatever it might be. However, in virtual reality, largely there was a big issue of like, where are your audience? You know, these are companies who are used to filling out 1,000-seater shows night after night after night and matinee. People who tour the world, and they're expecting big audiences for a piece of content they put out there, not at best a few thousand downloads over the course of its lifetime, at worst 10 or 20. So the big thing was accessibility, and also being able to deliver live experiences. So then when COVID hit, we obviously that all dried up. We were working with the entertainment industry like everyone else. It just overnight, every project we were working on just went silent on us. Not silent on us. That means that we all had long conversations with them about the fact that they weren't doing anything anymore, like everyone else. At that point, we were working on a cool project with Intel Studios when they were based out in LA, and New Adventures, a company we worked with quite a lot. We were working on an augmented reality project using really high-end volumetric capture. Now, that was great for delivering an experience in augmented reality, but one of the issues was that it wasn't live, and it also needed like a pre-download and like prepared iPad to have the power to run it. Like, do you know what I mean? It couldn't just be downloaded from the App Store and just run on any device. Yeah. So when COVID hit, we regrouped, and we'd been talking about it for ages. And in essence, we thought we want to do the Netflix of augmented reality is what we kind of initially started thinking about, but we really wanted that live angle as well. So we got funding from the government to develop and R&D the ability to live stream performances in a really accessible way using motion capture technology that's already on the market, and then any mobile device. Any AR ready mobile device. And that's when it all kind of kicked off.
Nice. Super interesting. That's something I'm gonna have to hit you up on. Is getting government grants for innovation is something that I think is a hot area that I don't think people even know exists, because it's not really promoted. And I think there definitely needs to be more of a showcase from the government of, hey guys, this is something that we actually helped happen. Everybody, look, this is what's possible. Like, we actually do. It's very hush, and it needs to be shouted out a little bit.
I would say to anyone, I think in the UK we're really fortunate. We have great government funding programs for innovation. Like Innovate UK, people should get on Innovate UK, get on their newsletters. The knowledge transfer network, it's KTN is what they kind of typically get recognized by. They put out great grant programs, and they're not easy applications, don't get me wrong. They're like, you've got to put like a decent amount of time into it, but people who want to do innovation across anything within the UK tech scene should be looking at the knowledge transfer network and Innovate UK on a pretty regular basis.
Of course, the first thing that comes up is CoinMarketCap.
Sorry, my Google search just,
there you go.
I thought I was looking for a coin. I was like, nope. So this is what you want to go to, guys. It's Innovate UK. Okay, cool. So then in regards to one of the things that's quite significant for the round is you did the performance with Liam Payne and EE and the BAFTAs, like a triple threat. Like that doesn't sound like an accident. Like how do you end up getting all three of those behind you?
So it was an amazing project. To be completely honest, we were approached for that, which was amazing. Apparently, I'm meant to be letting someone into the wait. Oh no, there we go.
Oh, there we go. You got it.
So we were in the early stages of working on the round. We were doing a lot of work with 5G, and we still are doing a lot of work with 5G. Live augmented reality on mobile phones is kind of one of the killer, it's kind of like a killer use case for saying, hey, this is what 5G can enable. Basically, you can imagine city scale holograms live all around using 5G. That's what we're working towards, all enabled by 5G. So that'd be cool in my mind anyway. So we'd start doing some work with 5G, with the digital catapult. Another shout out for people who want to find good opportunities in the tech space. Digital catapult is connected to the government. There's another route to British government funding through digital catapult. That's another good option. Anyway, I could go down British funding route. I could talk for that for ages. That's not what we're here for. So we were doing some work with 5G, and then we got approached by the creative agency who were working with EE to do a 5G activation to showcase the potential of their 5G network. And they were working with BAFTA to do it for the opening of the BAFTAs, kind of doing in collaboration with them as they do every year. And then they basically approached us and were like, we're literally talking about what you guys are doing. It was kind of, in many ways, a relatively easy sell is probably an exaggeration, but they approached us basically saying that's what we're discussing, but we don't know how to do it. You're already building it. And then we got that project, and then they brought Liam in. There was some fun artists being discussed for that project. There really was.
You want the source now? Now we want to know.
Yeah, no,
Kylie was in the mix.
Really?
Yeah, Kylie was in the mix at one point. That was quite a fun idea. But no, we were pleased it was Liam. Liam was great. He was super into the whole thing, and a really nice guy.
Oh, amazing. That is super interesting. I think one of the things that I've always envisioned, you know what? I'm going to share my secret with everybody right now. This might reveal my secret identity when it happens. Someone might find this video, but you know what? I'm going to put it out there. Like, I love DJing, like dirty grime and dirty dubstep, like proper, like, but it's all like completely disappeared. So I was like, wouldn't it be cool if there was like a DJ that had like a mask, maybe like a Cool Cat NFT, and then went around and like people had to wear, you know, like how you got silent discos, but it would be like visual discos. So that people wore like these AR glasses, and then whilst I'm DJing, like stuff happens. Like I can do like a Goku Kamehameha, or I can get like a giant foot from an Attack on Titan to like come down and crush the audience, or like make things appear out of my hands and stuff. I was like, that would be the coolest DJ set in the world, and people would pay, and people would definitely invite other people. So please, somebody out there, steal my idea and do it before me, because I'm not that great of a DJ.
That's kind of what we're working towards. So if anyone does know any good DJs with some good budget,
I know, amazing DJ. I got you, bro.
Yeah. If you can get DJs and budgets, that's literally the kind of stuff that we, like, you know, not tomorrow, but over the we want to get to, kind of DJs, full sets, dragons flying around, you know, giants stamping on you, all in AR. That's what we're trying to get to.
Yeah. Well, how about this? How about if maybe I might be able to brush up my DJ skills.
maybe it's a stretch, bro, man. You do enough, man. As CEO.
We're looking for a name that brings some budget, but hey, no, it's fine.
I'm a name. I hear you. That would be like a Aoki David Guetta thing. That would
imagine taking place like. So did you see the Gorillas thing that was done recently?
Oh my God, I was so upset that I missed that. Like, I found out the day after.
You can still go and do it.
Oh, can you?
Yeah. So that wasn't live. That was all pre-recorded.
No.
But what we do and what we want to do is that, but actually live. So you've got, you know, David Guetta stood on top of Buckingham Palace as an avatar, giant avatar playing a DJ, and everyone's rocking out to it completely live. Yes. That's what we want to do, but live. But yeah.
Wow. Wow. Okay. So I'm going to go and check that one out. So my question and my great conversation that I had with you was about VR versus AR and the future of the metaverse. I think that was one of the best conversations I've had. And I stress it all the time is, for me, the future of the metaverse is AR. And I know you kind of share my sentiment on that. Do you want to expand on why you feel that way?
I think VR has its places for sure. Like there are use cases that VR will be really good for. I think like education training simulators in VR already being done, already being used by the military. Like that will be amazing. I think there are some other elements. I think there's some type of entertainment that's good in there. I think there's some games that do work when you want that full body immersion within a space. But in my opinion, whether people in the VR and like, look, don't get me wrong, I like VR. Like I ran a VR company for several years, and I love it. Like I got really hooked. There is a hard limit on how many people want to use a virtual reality headset on even a semi-regular basis. In my opinion, I've got an Oculus Quest. It's gathering dust, and I know all the good, and I like it. And for the metaverse and for immersive formats to become as widespread as television, which is what I'm aiming towards and what I think is the future, then it has to be augmented reality. It has to be a technology that doesn't isolate people from their surroundings, that can be used by a 60-year-old as easily as a 6-year-old, as easily as they can use TV. And you know, 6-year-olds are pretty good with an iPad already. All it has to do is expand out into augmented reality. And the iPad is an incredible augmented reality device already. Like, we use it regularly. So for the metaverse to become a widespread, regularly used in digital interface, particularly with immersive technologies, because that's also where I do see the metaverse truly. I think game worlds are all well and good. I think, you know, your Fortnites, your Robloxes, your sandboxes or Decentralands or wherever it might be. That's all well and good, and I think they're very, very exciting spaces for people to inhabit and interact with each other. The truly game change in the technology is when we start to interface with the real world through the digital technologies, which is augmented reality. When we're using that on a day-to-day basis, and it becomes completely like symbiotic with our day-to-day experience of the world around us. When we're placing entertainment, like I said, on city squares, when we are looking up and there's a signpost over here and you kind of interact like that that's what we're looking for. And I think people are doing really cool thing with like digital twinning of cities, and digital twinning of cities and augmented reality. When those two like become properly interlinked, that to me is an experience that people will use day in, day out. In a way I just don't think virtual reality and will be.
I agree with you. And since you've been working in and around sort of 5G, what's your opinion on 5G internet and the internet speeds that are necessary for such wide application?
I think 5G offered a lot in the press when it first came out, but when you're running on a genuinely strong Wi-Fi 5G network in a public space, and the other thing is also 5G is still really early in its rollout. The press and the PR went so hard and so fast that so many people thought that was fully fledged 5G when that was at the rollout stage of 5G.
Exactly.
And public opinion is catching up with is ahead of where the technology is, and that was a PR mistake on behalf of everyone involved with it, in my opinion. When 5G becomes genuinely widespread, genuinely like everyone has access to it, and running at full throttle, it is going to be completely revolutionary in the way that we can interact with all sorts of digital experiences, particularly when you think about edge computing. And what it can do for like real-time interfaces with digital stuff in edge computing, like reacting to what's happening around you in real time. That's incredibly exciting. And then I'm no AI expert by any means, but throw everything that's happening in the world of AI into the mix at the moment as well. With 5G, with AR, with edge computing. You've got a mixture there. You've got a mixture there where you're completely changing how we interface with the digital world. And 5G I think is going to be great for that. But like, I'm on my 5G device, I'm getting download speeds like regularly of like 300 megabits per second download speeds. That's insane.
Sorry, what is specifically your 5G device? Is it just your mobile phone?
Yeah, my Samsung S20.
Yes,
Oh, yeah.
Team
I have,
Samsung.
I have the Samsung gang. I have the exact same phone as you. But,
I'm not included in this.
yeah,
Got my
Keish.
Apple device.
You know,
Put your Samsungs in the chat.
yeah, maybe it's because of my mobile network provider, which I won't name because you never know. You know, you got friends in tech and that. So, but it says 4G, but I just feel like it's a lie a lot of the times. I don't know if I
It's
even
because,
get 5G.
because
but-
they're still building it, bro. And the networks,
Right.
the longer that they're running, the stronger they get. So it's going to take a while for it to have full effect, and the mesh network to all be connected and strong. So it's going to take a little while.
When I used 5G in Singapore and Malaysia,
Oh, it's
crazy.
fast. In Singapore, it's fast.
It's scary. You're just like, what? My video uploaded? What?
Yeah.
It's like 1 gig. It's done in like less than 10 seconds.
In the UK, we struggle with this slow internet thing.
Yeah, it's weird. It's mad weird. But yeah, before I get sidetracked, the question I wanted to ask you is the first question I wanted to ask was it Nokia bricks. So true. I wanted to ask you, is there any content that you could possibly share and show people? The one I'm alluding to was the one from Portugal. I think
yes. I've got a few things. Let me just show, and it gives people a better sense. Okay, let me just. All right. I'll just put, this is our like, is it loading?
Yeah,
cool.
yeah.
You can see that, right?
Yeah, I think it's loaded.
Okay. So.
Version of
so this just gives you, actually turn the sound off. So we capture using motion capture, looking to do markerless motion capture in the future. This is a project we did in the summer with some incredible performers. And then you can see this performance gets streamed live, and this was an avatar created on Maya. Really high-end avatar. So that's a direct screen recording from an iPad. And you can see that's working on 5G as well. So that's an iPad screen with the performance being streamed live that they were doing. You can see the different variations in what you can do on that as well. So that's that one. And then, so this is a particularly cool. I'll take the sound off, but you can.
Hello, Lisbon. This is London calling for the third time today. How you doing? Hello, Ramon. Nice to see you. Hi.
So what's really cool about this and what we're so we were in Web Summit last November.
Yeah.
Just gone. And we live streamed Pip, who you can see in London, to our booth in Lisbon at Web Summit. That's directly from an iPad. No editing done, apart from overlaying the video. So it's completely in real time, but that's a MetaHuman avatar. Which is like one of the basically the most high-end avatars you can create with a kind of it's really accessible. It's not too difficult to make at all. The other thing that is I think is super cool about this video is that stream at Web Summit was being done on the Web Summit's public Wi-Fi.
Wow.
And that's literally being shared by tens of thousands of people. And what I like saying I'm very proud of is this was just us playing with it. When we stream, they get stored back immediately and you can play them back later. Our app actually worked better than YouTube and Twitter did on their Wi-Fi, which I was really proud of.
Wow, that's incredible.
And then we did a live stream with Al Arabiya News, testing how you could do AR news reporting. And that's a Ready Player Me avatar, which takes seconds to create, literally seconds to create. It takes a bit longer to import, but we can use a Ready Player Me avatar. And then finally, you've got Liam here, which is the first project we did. And this is a direct screen recording from a mobile phone. This was the first version of the protocol, so it's not as good as we can now do. But this is the project we did with EE and BAFTA, which is a genuine world first live AR concert. So just quickly show you that. So he was in the suits in a studio in Hammersmith, and then we streamed this out live to mobile phones. And you can see you've got some quite fun bits. There you go.
Incredible.
So that's some examples. It just gives it like a showcase of the range of things we can do. So I think the particularly fun bit is the avatar agnostic bit. You know, we can use so the Liam one was done using photogrammetry. So we had him in a photogrammetry capture with like the cameras all around him and just literally photos. Yeah. And then the avatar was made from that because they wanted it to be as lifelike as you possibly could. Yeah. And then we put that into Maya and Blender and did the whole process. But I think the really fun ones are the MetaHumans and the Ready Player Me avatars because they make it accessible to really anyone. Like anyone can create we could all make a MetaHuman avatar, not MetaHuman, Ready Player Me avatar in literally minutes. Yeah. And then we'll be able to stream that out for you. So yeah, that's.
So on that, I've got a question. Because we're an educational platform, where do you see this kind of technology and augmented reality going in terms of education? Because from my perspective, the kids are spending more time on iPads, on phones anyway. If you integrate education with this, could you imagine how cool history lessons or Romeo and Juliet would be if it was like around you? Like that's insane. Like it would be. It would make even boring algebra fun if you could like see it doing stuff in front of you. So yeah, like have you thought about the education side?
Yes, we have thought about it, and it's an area that I really want to get into. I think education, there's loads of applications for education. There's two ways I like to think about it. You've got things like being able to create really interactive, immersive experiences on kids' devices, on kids' phones. So like, imagine you're learning about gravity, but rather than it being a boring video or a teacher talking about it, you've got Isaac Newton stood in your living room and you've got an apple dropping and hitting on the head and the whole story, and then you've got the stars going up and him realizing that everything's falling toward, and it takes you through this whole thing, all from your mobile phone, which kids like it or not, kids are engaged with their mobile phone day in, day out, and the better the educational content that we put onto those phones, the better for the children. I think that's my way of
if you're looking for an educational delivery partner that will go up and down the UK to deliver educational seminars on augmented reality and education, look no further. We're right here. We'll do that for you. We don't mind tracing down the country for you on that one. But yeah, let's go to some questions before we let you shoot.
Can I just quickly on the education, really, really quick? Sorry. So there's two ways. There's that, but the other cool thing about it is really highly experienced tutors and experts who can't travel the world to see everybody because of the cost. You can have one stream from, say, New York, hitting every single person who wants to learn from this, like the best in the field at said thing simultaneously. So that's the other way of looking at education as well. I just wanted to say that.
That's crazy. Like that side is insane. Like mass distributed education like that literally change it. Like I can't think of something that would change the world more. Like that's
cool,
crazy. But yeah, before I keep getting gassed, I think Oscar had his hand up first. Where is he?
Yeah, thanks, Mike. Hello, everyone. Really loving what the round is doing, guys. I had a really good chat with Lara earlier on in the year. Been a big fan of what you guys are doing. Been trying to get through to you guys for a while, but we've been snowed in. First thing, love what you guys are doing and the idea of the education aspect, concentrating on the 4 types of learning. You've obviously got the visual covered and the auditory covered, right? But like kinesthetic education, where people can physically take an active role whilst they're learning, that's the part that really interests me in immersive experiences. And you've definitely got the software there, and I appreciate with time you're naturally going to do it anyway, right? But the idea of mixed realities, like Michael said earlier, is what I foresee being really interesting. The idea that I could wake up, put on my AR goggles, and I've got my visual coach whoever I've picked, guiding me through my day, especially people with learning difficulties, especially people who've, got confidence issues. There's so much, right?
Yeah.
At the end of the day, if this tech we're building out isn't there to help people, what good is it? And I love where you're going with this. And I wonder if you create a platform for creatives or a partnership that's in the pipeline. I don't know what you've got going on. Have you got a platform where creative people can come in and potentially use the back end that you've prepared to create stuff? That was a question.
I think this is where Thomas is like, oh yeah, we're partnered with YouTube.
I wish. No, I think the interactive element is super interesting in all immersive tech, and I think that's an area, going back to virtual reality, like that is an area where virtual reality absolutely is like legit. Like interactive education in virtual environments is like, there's a lot of studies that have been done that prove that it increases your the way you absorb knowledge and the way you absorb the information. And again, but I think in augmented reality, without that barrier, so you don't need to spend however many hundred or however many thousand on an AR headset, you can do it with the mobile phone in your hand, makes that accessibility everything, which is even more important than anything really for education. But interactive content is something that we want to get to. We can't do interactive content just yet. It's a body of work that's in the pipeline at some point when we can get to it, and we've got the resources to get to it. But absolutely, when you add interactivity into immersive experiences, I completely agree. It takes them to a next level, and it takes education to a next level. In terms of on the back end, what we want to do, what we're at the moment trying to do, we're open to talking to all clients and anyone who wants to play with this tech. We're getting involved very much with kind of the entertainment industry, kind of working with some quite good high level music artists at the moment. But in time, we want to open up. We want to launch a kind of a SaaS version of the tools, so that people can independently create content using the pipeline that we've built. But we're really keen to be able to open it up to people at this stage who want to kind of come in and get their hands a bit dirty, and kind of work with us as opposed to being independently using the tools. But yeah, no, for sure, really keen for that.
Thank you. Best of luck.
Thank you.
Let's next go to Ewan, who's waiting patiently.
Hey, how you doing? Love what you're doing. A few things. I mean, one we mentioned about how the educational side of things. I mean, the physicist Richard Feynman, he learned Portuguese just to do a lecture in Brazil, and obviously that was back in the 80s. But if that could happen nowadays, you could have these world-renowned mathematicians, statisticians, or physicists do one lecture, and then everybody would be able to have access to world-leading knowledge, which is amazing. The whole AO experience, I mean, there's a few things there. One, someone who's autistic who's got a startup in hospitality, I can imagine how, bars are really crowded places. And if you could actually simulate, what it would look like and how to kind of negotiate around that kind of area, that's what I first come to as well. And somebody who's affected by that, back in the day as well, that would be a huge experience. Also mentioned DJs as well, a couple of pointers. I'm working with a DJ at the moment who's got a venture in Web3 in VR and AR as well, Davide Squilla. So if you wanted an intro to him, because he's already in the Web3 space, so working with rather than being a client of, happy to do that. And just in general, I'm working for an esports campus at the moment who they're trying to create that digital layer on top. And they've mentioned AR, not VR. It's such a huge turning point, I think, given how the industry is kind of turning at the moment. So not really a question, just I can hopefully help you in some way, and love what you're doing in general. It's incredible. It's revolutionary almost.
Yeah, no, mate, for sure. Please do. I think I'll put my email up. Put my email in the thing anyway. Please do. Anyone reach out who can think of fun ways to use this tech, or anyone who you've been speaking to who wants to use this tech. It's really lovely that's kind of, after a lot of hard work, we've at that point where we can actually be applying it to projects, and it's working. working. It's
always gonna have to need a little tweak, a little wrench here and there. I mean, that's all tech companies.
Yeah. But yeah, it's like any ideas, thoughts, people who are looking at this technology. It's there's a lot of people working in the space, and with different platforms and different ideas, but there's not so much that it isn't good to like cross-pollinate ideas and cross-pollinate people. Like for sure. So yeah, no, please do, and thanks for the kind words. It's really very much appreciated.
Nice. Anyone else? Nope. Cool. Devon, last one. Go on, Devon.
Maybe I missed it, but I wanted to know more about like your target market and like how are you expecting to get revenue from like the software that you're providing?
Yeah, absolutely. So initially our target market, our core customers, our kind of early adopters we're going for are in the entertainment industry, specifically the music industry. At this stage, there's a lot of innovation happening within the music space and a lot of interest in this type of technology. And there's also better budgets in the music industry than in other places. So we're working hard to try and work with some great music artists. Also, corporate conferences is another place we're finding a lot of interest and getting a lot of traction. Being able to stream an AR performance from a corporate conference in London, say, around the world to the audiences who couldn't make it. So those kind of areas are kind of our core focus right now, and theatre as well. But more for our love of theatre than anything else. And then beyond that, we want to expand it out to really people to be able to work independently of us. Comedy, I think, is a really interesting route to go down as well. And we've been talking a lot recently about VTubers as well, and being able to do VTubers, but in augmented reality as opposed to, in Twitch. So that's a whole route that we're particularly interested in. But at the moment, it's mainly music, and corporate conferences are where we're quite heavily placed right now. And then in terms of how we make money, we charge a fee, kind of a price per person per minute for streaming on our protocol and our software. And then also, any technical support, production support, all those types of things we can help to deliver. But fundamentally, we charge a fee per person per minute viewed of content using our broadcast protocol.
Nice. Okay.
Thank you.
Great insight. Okay, cool. We're going to wrap up the questions there. Tom, if you can just pop your email in the chat so that people can get in contact if they want.
We got time for one more question. We had Sandeep with his hand up, but
yeah. Go on.
I'm happy.
Let me throw in my little cheeky thing. We are working on something for you, Tom, in the background in relation to fitness. And I'm just gonna say that it could be very, very interesting where this lead.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Andy, did you have a question, mate, or not? Because you had
yeah. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Hi everyone. My name's Sandeep. I just want to say, is this product already out?
Well, we are working with clients and we're streaming. The app was live before Christmas, and it's been live. We're just pushing a new update to the app, which is exciting. So it should be live on the App Store again this week. It's actually in the review process on Google Play and on Apple. So we've done all of our work. We're just waiting for them to say you can be live again. We had some new features that we needed to put in. So the app's live, and you can see some streams of the content we've made ourselves and the Liam Payne stuff. The rest of the platform, the SaaS tools and the kind of open creation elements of it that's not live. We're working with clients on at the moment to be able to deliver experiences. But we're looking, depending on how things go, to be able to do the SaaS kind of open side of it end of the year, early next, maybe. Depends on how quickly you can bring in people, put it that way.
Right. We spoke about marketing, but I just wanted to talk about distribution. How are you like sharing this across to the market? Is it easy to get, or is it going to be like, do we need to order it? How is it going to work?
So you can download. So it's on the App Store. So on Google Play or the App Store, we have the Round app. So yellow logo with an R in it. There's another, the Round something or other, but ours comes above them, which is quite nice. So you can download our app. We will be putting experiences with clients onto that app. And then, we'll also have clients who we're working with who kind of do more white label solutions, and they'll have their own apps that use our technology in the background for live streaming content as well. But yeah, that's the two ways. If you start to see people doing live AR streams in real time globally, it's probably using our tech with a different UI and wrap. But yeah, we have the Round app, which should be coming out any day now once the App Store gives it.
Cool.
Nice. Yeah, Tom, gonna let you go there. Was that all the questions? Yeah, Tom, gonna let you go there because you've
Thank
done
you so
more
much.
than your time. I'll set you guys up in.
Thanks a lot, guys. Beautiful. Cool.
I've overstretched your time. It's meant to be 15 minutes of your time, and you've given us.
Oh my!
I'm gonna stay on. I'll stay on. I'm waiting for my fiance to get back. When she gets back, I'll jump. When she gets back, I'll jump off. But I'll mute myself and let you guys talk about whatever.
Okay, amazing. All right then, Oscar, you had a question. Go on, right away.
It was. I wanted to ask you. So there's been a couple of times when Lara was tagging people, but on LinkedIn, when you write the Round and then the next person's name, it just looks like the Round Oscar Kaplan. Or in the case that made me laugh the most, it was the Round I'll be a judge when I saw it come up. So when you're tagging people, I just wondered if there was a solution to being able to write the Round and then, I don't know if there's like an app sign or a trademark sign before the next person's name, because it always catches my attention. It's quite fun. So it's more of a statement rather than a question. But
I'll see if we can put a little thing on there to stop that happening. But yeah, that's what you mean. It looks like a sentence. But yeah, the hard thing is when trying to raise investment, you always like reach people and you get the round, and then you have to like the funding round and stuff. Anyway, it's people always get a bit caught off guard by the name. Anyone want to know why it's called the Round?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go. Yeah.
So when you go to the theatre or any form of performance, concert, whatever it might be, when you've got audience on all sides and the stage in the middle, that's called theatre in the round, or whatever it is in the round. That's the formation. It's called in the round. And because augmented reality, you put the performance in the middle and you can go all the way around it. We decided to call it the Round. So that's why it's called the Round.
There you go. Learn something. See, education in augmented reality is the way forward, guys.
Exactly. Love it. Thanks a lot.
So everybody, I'm going to go and show the Twitter page for the Round, so that if you all go and give it a follow, so that way when the update happens on the app, you'll be able to get onto that straight away. It is at the Round Live. Go follow, and then click the notify bell, so you can stay up to date with all things that are happening with the Round. Cool. So I'm going to do that. Lead by example. There we go. Right. So let's go to today's news and updates in the world of crypto. Thank you for hanging on. So tickets are available for the Game Ball Rally, which is going to be at the Temple of Art and Music on the 28th. Go get your tickets. The first 20 tickets that are purchased, even if they're the free networking passes, will come with one free game. So go grab those. Now, in regards to the news, what has been happening in the world of crypto? So Twitter has prepared for payments with crypto option. Who saw that coming, hey? Who saw that coming?
Mind you, I don't find that surprising because you've been able to tip people in crypto for a long time on Twitter.
Yep. So
I don't really find that exciting.
What currencies do we guess are gonna Be on there.
Bitcoin and Ethereum.
No, Doge.
Oh yeah, it's Elon.
Doge. Come on, bro.
It's gonna
Yeah.
be Doge. It's gonna be Doge first, and then if that happens, that gives Doge crazy utility.
I'm
Like,
surprised
yeah.
you can't donate in Doge right now. Like you can donate in Bitcoin and donate in Ethereum. I don't know if you can donate in Doge.
yeah, it's gonna if
On
they
Twitter.
do it with Doge, that changes so much for Doge. Like, it means all the past times when I was discrediting Doge just go out the window, and it becomes like it just becomes
But
like,
it's actually real now.
it would become a monster. Like, it would become, it's a monster. Like, you wouldn't be able to do anything about it. Like, it would, yeah, crazy. So that's an interesting one if that happens.
Yeah.
The Federal Reserve hiked interest rates by 25 basis points. What does that mean for most people? It just means that, yeah, the value of the dollar just got stronger, really. And it basically means that, yeah, we should be, the market should kind of be going down. It's a way of combating inflation in layman's terms. But if you want more info on that, book in for a lesson. Binance has acquired a majority stake in crypto exchange GoPax, which is just meaning Binance is getting bigger and bigger and bigger and swallowing
That's
the
all
market.
they do. They're really acquiring, man.
Acquire. And then we've got MasterCard and Binance. Oh no, Mark Zuckerberg steadfast on metaverse plans despite 13.7 billion in losses on everything that he's doing in regards to the project Meta. However, as we revealed in the last week's show, that the Oculus has now outpaced Xbox One in sales. So look out for that. That's
I don't know. I still think Mark's holding L's, man.
not yet. I think it's too early to call it an L. Too early.
I think he's holding L's. The name change, I think he's holding L's at this present moment in time.
Nah, I think we got to give him fair dues like we give most businesses. Got to give him 5 years to ride it out. And then if after 5 years it's not made any money, then yeah, it's an L. Next is MasterCard and Binance are launching prepaid card in Brazil, which is, again, Binance making crazy moves, adding crazy utility. Like I've said, I've said it before, I'm going to say it again. If there is one network then that can overtake Ethereum, it's Binance. They're literally the only ones. I can't see anyone else doing it anytime soon. Cardano's decentralized stablecoin Dejed goes live on mainnet. We talked about why I believe Cardano is the GOAT that I think it is, even when everyone hates it. And Dejed was one of the things that I mentioned, so watch out for that. BNB developers develops and introduce a white paper for Web3 storage network on Binance. And again, we're seeing this over and over again. Infrastructure and utility plays, I think, are going to be really huge in the next wave, just because of general adoption. It's one of the first things we do in our education is explain, look, you can file all your files on Dropbox and on iCloud, but if Dropbox servers get attacked or go down, you're in trouble. Store all your information on Filecoin, Sia, Crust, Arweave. They're there forever on the blockchain. So yeah, I think Arweave has 600 years of storage your files are stored for. So it's pretty yeah,
not bad.
ancestral documentation. That's the best way of putting it.
You know what? Let me just challenge the community, right? It's all good us saying these alternative file storages. I would really love our community to go out and try them and then feedback and be like, this was my experience.
Yeah.
You know
okay,
what I mean?
so I'll list those off again. They are Crust, Sia, Arweave, we'll say Filecoin because they're quite big.
But they're a bit central.
Yeah.
Yes, all recordings on YouTube, Harish.
So let's go to the next bit of news. Next bit of news and updates. Was just the general market overview. Am I still convinced that we are not actually in a bull run? Yep. I'm still convinced that this is just a bit of a rally.
Well,
I might eat my hat on this. I might end up looking like the biggest idiot ever. But my just general gut feeling is just when I'm looking around and talking to business owners and things that we're hearing from corporations, things are not good.
Yeah,
Not good at all. Like, and the thing that Kathy Woods was saying about over ordering that people would do has happened. A lot of corporations over-ordered and they can't get rid of their inventory. So
I agree. I think there's a lot of assets that are overvalued at this present moment in time, and I think people in the space that are like trading are gassed right now, thinking it's going to be crazy. But from what I'm seeing, a lot of things have done their run up, and it's either like if it is going to be a bull run, what we're looking for is from that big peak for it to come down, consolidate a new area, and then start going up again, right? But I don't really see that coming. I don't see the volume. I don't see the room in the market for that at the moment. So yeah.
You had a question?
Yeah, I was just going to say on that topic, I think I put in the group chat, after that huge run, I saw Bitcoin was still pegged to the NASDAQ and S&P. And if you looked at the volume charts of all of these indices and on Bitcoin, I think it was Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, the volume traded on Bitcoin was up by like 250% for 3 days running. And then we're back down to normal levels to 20,000 Bitcoins per day. But those 3 days went to 70, 72, 75, and then back down to normal. So that was like institutional trades that were made 3 days running. So it wasn't so much a bull market as it was BlackRock and Fidelity just saying, let's buy some stuff.
Exactly
that.
So you got the hog. There you go. It's literally institutional volume. So it kind of means they kind of might have been doing the whole like Toro with the red flag going, come on guys, it's the bull market.
Come on, you know you want to jump in the
and then out comes the sword and so be careful, guys. Just
I mean, you can see on the chart it's way too aggressive. The market doesn't go shooting all of a sudden like that. It's way too aggressive.
Yeah, be very, very careful. However, one of the things that we do, I had a great conversation with Reza today about this, actually, about one of the things. What part of the Blockchain Sensei fundamentals to look out for in a project is one of the key things is revenue, because we believe that just based on stocks and carrying that methodology over into crypto, that a company should, before you're making an investment, have some kind of revenue. It's kind of helpful that something you're investing in does make money. It's just like a general thing. And if you have please just speak to a financial advisor before you invest in anything ever, please, people. You can even get them online for quite cheap. So, but otherwise, we've got these DApps here in revenue, and their revenue increases recently. So do your own research into these projects, but these are projects that are making revenue. Ones that I've looked into that I'm a massive, massive fan of are Synthetics and Aave, PancakeSwap, MakerDAO, LuxRare, ENS, and DYDX. And if OpenSea releases a token, oh Lord. Oh Lord. Whoa. Talk about utility. That would be insane. So a lot of the times we say things and then they become real. So let's see if that one happens.
You know what I'm really interested in, and maybe someone here can answer this. Is with regards to ENS, obviously they make money because that's where everybody buys their .eth, right? But who's giving them the authority to authorize .eth?
That is a great question.
Like, why is there a centralized authority to say I'm allowed Ninja T.eth? Like, why did you have to buy it off ENS? It gave them the permission.
That is a mad question.
You know what I mean? I never thought about it until right now. Like, we all just bought our ENS addresses willy-nilly. I mean, not willy-nilly. I'm saying, obviously, we got them. We paid the ETH. But who gave them the right to give these ETH addresses? Does that mean they owned all the ETH addresses in the world and now they're just selling them to people? What is this?
Oh,
I don't think it'll probably be like that. You can probably make it yourself in a really long, convoluted way. That's what I'm
provide.
That's what I'm hoping, because if it's not that way, then that's a big centralized flag about the whole Ethereum network. If it's not that way, so someone please do some research into that, because that's
I've just thought about it right now.
Yeah, that's a call it Vitalik, and Vitalik's like, yeah, it's approved.
Yeah, one by one. Imagine. Oh boy. Right. So this is Bitcoin mining stocks monthly performance. You've heard us talk about Core Scientific till the cows come home. You've heard us talk about Argo blockchain until the cows come home. But these are stocks that I think people can't not pay attention to. Whether you're paying attention to them this year, next year, whenever you're paying attention to them. But please, guys, have a look at least 3 of these companies and do your own research on them. They're companies that are available to invest in on the stock market. And when you look into their earnings reports, I think we've got a past episode where we broke down Core Scientific, and it was crazy the amount of Bitcoin that they're creating and holding. It's quite disgusting. But I've never heard of DigiHost, and I've never heard of Greenridge. So there's some research for people to do, especially when you look at their 30-day price performance.
We have to look at some of these on a chart. 456%.
We called Core Scientific
early, bro, time ago.
Let's go and look at it. But I remember Core Scientific, it got difficult to invest in it because loads of exchanges took it off because apparently they were going bankrupt. And I was like, the world's largest miner of Bitcoin that's publicly listed going bankrupt. You mean they're getting acquired?
I was about to say, bro, they're getting 50%.
Yeah,
I ain't got the money.
You're going bankrupt just before the Bitcoin halving, right? Yeah, okay, that makes sense. Yeah.
Thank you, Tom. Take care.
Cheers, Thomas.
See you later. So let's go and have a look at this, and then I'm gonna wrap up after that. Hang on a minute, I'm just waiting for TradingView to load. Sorry about that, guys. But whilst I'm loading that, sorry, because we did questions earlier, I'm not going to do questions now because I've got to shoot and get my train. So pause. Let me know when you can see my screen, guys. Yeah, TradingView, it's not there. They've taken it off.
They've taken it off TradingView.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Let me show you.
Wait, Core?
Yeah, it's not there. I'm telling you, it's a total institutional, like, insider thing. I think we discovered something we wasn't meant to discover.
Wow. No data here. How convenient.
No, it's just not there.
No. Type it in again.
Let's try this one. Okay, there's that one. Okay.
No.
That's the weeklies.
Nah, bro.
So we called this literally at the bottom.
Yeah. That looks gappy as gappity gap.
Yeah, this is straight premium manipulation.
Yep.
Premium. Fresh. Yeah.
Yo.
And the reason we called this was because this gap down and this crazy low RSI based on the fundamentals just didn't make any sense whatsoever.
Wait, Mike, what are you saying? Is that a cup?
Yo, that's not even a cup, bro. That's like that's a paper cup. That's fake. That's straight fake. That is, if you ever want to see manipulation, just go and read the earnings report and then go and look at this, and you'll be like, right, okay, that makes sense, right? But the reason why we was excited about it is because the all-time high on this was $15, and the price that it got to when we called it was about here, was 0.5. So that would have been a 27,000% return if it got back to its all-time high. Now, in my opinion, the world's largest publicly listed miner of Bitcoin, after the Bitcoin halving, the company that's got the most Bitcoin that on hold might, suddenly make billions. But
Yeah,
it's just my opinion, not
in
financial advice.
in addition to that, there was other ones that we called out that went private, correct?
Yep. Most of them went private.
Yeah, so a
All at
lot
the
of
same
them
time.
that we called out literally from the BlackRock ETF went private.
So let's have a look at this Green Ridge. This is the other one, I think.
Yeah.
It's looking quite similar, to be honest. Well, it would do, innit?
Oh, whoa.
Oh my God.
Whoa.
Wait, is that 500x?
Whoa. 481 all-time high.
And it's not even $1.
Oh my God.
Oh my God, what have we found?
Damn it!
Oh my God. A 235,000% gain. Look, guys, this is why you have to look at stocks as well as crypto. That is insane. That might be the biggest gain I've ever seen on anything in my life.
Jesus Christ.
That's basically that's worse than a meme coin.
Holy shit.
235x.
Bro.
No. It's not 235x. It's way more than that because it's not even $1 and the all-time high is 520. Like, I'm just trying to do the maths in my head. It's like, even from current price, it's like 700x.
Yeah, this one's actually giving me chills. This one's actually giving me like how sometimes we wait to invest sometimes, guys. I think we should take some money out of the blockchain Sensei Kitty and invest in this one.
Yeah, I got chills.
But where do we buy the stock, bro?
This is not investment advice. This is not financial advice.
Yeah, this is not financial advice, by the way. This is not financial advice. Do your own research. But
do your own research.
Yeah, mad.
Oh my God.
I think that's a great way to end the show there, guys.
Yeah, look off the YouTube. Look it off.
Yeah. Thank you very much for joining, everybody. Hope you've enjoyed this amazing episode as per usual. See you later, guys.
Thank you, guys. Take care.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay.
Okay. Are we not live? Okay, we're still live.